Let's have some fun with some words this morning. I have some words written out and there's a missing letter. So you have to look and I give you two choices. So let me turn you around and look at the board. So here's our first word. We have st, then we have a blank, then we have t. I have two vowels here. Okay, so you're going to pick one vowel. Can you make a word? And that's not the right vowel. Oops. Should have checked my work here. There we go. Okay, now it's right. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's build our word. St. What's that sound? Now, what's this letter? Okay, so what is this vowel, or what is this vowel going to have to say? It's short or long? Okay, so I know it's Monday. See, my brain wasn't working. I wrote down the wrong letter, but let's try it now. So we have how many vowels? Okay, so these ones have to say what sound? Long or short? Long. Okay, so now let's choose one. St, a, t, state. Is that a word? Okay, let's just double check. Let's try this other one. St, e, t, steet. Is that a word? No, it is, oops, state. State, is that a word? Yes. What is our state? Yep, Michigan. Good job. Okay, so before you start building the word, look, how many vowels? Because remember, this whole side of the board is vowels. And why do we need a vowel? Yes, to stick our words together. Remember, vowels are like glue. They stick our words together. Okay, so remember that. All right, so look here. We have a vowel here. Our choices are vowels. So what sound does this vowel have to make? A long sound. Good. Okay, so let's take our special sound. Chur, e, tree. Is that a word? Yes. Do I have to go and figure this one out too? No, but it never hurts to try. Chur, o, tro. Is that a word? No. So you know that tree, your first choice, was correct. That is a word. So we're making real words. Sometimes we need to say it out loud so you can hear it with your own ear. All right, once again, we have two vowels here. So we know these have to be long. Dr, eve, drive. Is that a word? No, it's not. Try this one. Drive. Is that a word? Yes, it is. Did you get it right? Give your brain a kiss this morning. It's a good thing when our brains work right away in the morning. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at this one. How many vowels do you see? Do you see any others? Only one vowel. So one vowel says it's what sound? Short sound. Gl, a, d. Glad. Is that a word? Yes. Is glad a word? No. Glad is not a word. Go to the last one. How many vowels? Yep, I only see one space. Tr, a, k, truck. Is that a word? No. How about tr, a, k, truck? Is that a word? Yes, it is. Good job. All right, now let's look for an ending sound here. Pull, a, f, pluff? No, that's not a word. Pull, a, plum. That's a word. That's a piece of fruit. Has a pit in the middle. Let's go to this one. Oh, there's one vowel. Bull, am, blam. That's not a word. Blam, blam, What do I need to do up here? Yes, it's 2 vowels. There's a vowel, and here's a vowel. So we're going to choose a vowel, which makes this say it's long sound, and this one is quiet. Blame. Ooh. All right, look at the next one. Ooh, how many vowels? See, we got harder now. All right, so coal. Your brain is talking to you. When 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, and the second one is quiet. So your whatever one you put here is going to say its name. Clean. Clean. Is that a word? Try the other one. Klein. Is Klein a word? No. Clean. When 2 vowels go a walking, the first one does the talking and the second one is quiet. And remember, when you talk to a friend, when you first meet your friend, you're telling them your name, right? Okay? You do this one by yourself. How many vowels? So this one has to say what sound? Yes. And this one's going to be quiet. Okay, build it. Which one did you choose? Did you say flate or float? Good. If you said float, give your brain a kiss. That's the right one. Good job. So that's something you can do easily with mommy and daddy at home. Maybe if you have a whiteboard or a chalkboard, or even outside on the sidewalk, because it's not raining today. You just might need to put a sweatshirt on and use your chalk, or you can use your crayons or your colored pencils or your markers and have mommy and daddy give you some words with some missing letters. Can you pick out and make a real word? It's fun. It's a good practice, boys and girls. Really good. It makes your brain use your special sounds. It makes your brain remember the 2 sounds a vowel makes. Long sound or a short sound. Okay? All right, here's our special sound today. We're just going to look at a little bit more. I know we've looked at it already, but let's look at it a little bit more. Do you remember what this one is? W, 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 w. And then we put it with a or, war. When we don't say war really hard, it's more of a whir. And we see it in words like worms, worry, worship. That's what we did yesterday when we took some time out to spend time with God. We worship, we sing, we talk with God, we read. Maybe this morning you are working on your schoolwork. Oh, what's this map of? The world. See how we see that all over. So let's go through some of our old, that you can't see that yet. Those are new ones. Let's go through some of our old ones and just practice them this morning. Thur in, 3. Ow in, out. Ooh, see those 2 blue lines that remind you that there's 2 sounds. Ow in, owl, O in, bowl. R, 2 sounds. Do you remember? And ooh. Oi, or. There's oi, and then there's oi. How did you do? Did you remember them? Yeah? All right, so today's special fun. Do you remember when I had you use a piece of paper? Oh, sorry, that was really close. I miss you. All right, do you remember when we did our little bunny paper? And you wrote a story, and we took a piece of paper and we folded it in half, and you made a story. Okay, so today I want you to do the same thing, and I want you to write a story about a worm. And you can call it the worm or a worm, but I would like you to draw a little picture, and I want you to write a little story about the worm. Now, think about where it lives, what it does, who likes the worms. Children like worms. Birds like worms. Fish like worms. So can you write a little story? I want you to practice putting words together to make a complete thought. Make a sentence, and let's see if you can come up with 3 sentences about your worm. Okay? And you're gonna write them down and then draw a little picture. Now you guys did a great job with this last time, but let's practice using the W-O-R, worm. Worm. You can make your worm any color, any length. You can tell me something about the worm, or you can make up a silly story about a worm. If you need mommy and daddy to help you with the words, it's okay. Remember, all sentences need a capital letter and a punctuation mark. So a period if you're telling me something, a question mark if you're asking a question, and an exclamation point if you're really excited. Okay, so here, I'll show you my first sentence. The worm, I didn't color it yet. The worm wiggled in the dirt. Then I folded it like a book, and then I can open it. Oops, I reused my paper. Then I did something. I scooped up the worm and put him in my bucket. Where do you think I'm gonna go with my bucket and my worm? Then I turn the page to the last one. I took the worm fishing. Did the worm fish? Did the or did the kid fish with the worm? So I did a funny story. Now I know some of you like to catch worms. Maybe you've made a worm farm. Maybe you just watch them wiggling on the sidewalk after it rains. Maybe you watched a bird pull a worm out and fly away. Give me a good story about a worm today. Can you do that?